What's up guys, my name is Liam and today we're going to be taking a look at the Ajazz AJ139 Pro. This is the 4K edition. I really enjoyed the shape of the original, so I was really excited to check this out. So is this going to be the perfect gaming mouse for you? Let's check it out. Before we get started today, I want to let you know these were sent out to me. However, everything you're going to be seeing in this video is going to be my own words and my own opinions. Taking a look at the box, for those of you that are interested, it does come in two separate packages. The 4K dongle arrived in this little box right here, and here's the back with the specs. I did actually receive two copies, both the white and the black version. So inside the box, if you get the white version, you do get the white skates, you get a white cable, a silver dongle adapter, a sticker, and a user manual. Exact same thing with the black copy. It's just that this comes with the black skates, and it does have a black cable and this black dongle adapter. And the same thing goes with the 4K receiver. You get a white version with the white copy, black version with the black copy, and it is this puck style receiver. It does have a rubberized bottom, and it does have an LED that goes all the way around the outside. Now you can turn it off, but I actually liked it because if you do play in a dark room, it gets pretty bright and it can light up your entire mouse pad, so you have no problems finding your mouse. And as I've been going back and forth testing both these copies, they feel exactly identical to one another as far as the overall build quality goes. So starting over here at the bottom, it does have a storage for the 1K receiver. So yes, this also does come with a 1K receiver included in case you wanted to use it with a laptop or something like that. Real simple stuff. You just have your power button to power it on and off. And the skates that do come included, they're the same thing that comes on the original style. They're these harsher style skates that are a little bit more rough. And the build does feel very similar to the original AJ139 Pro. Very solid feeling all around. No bending, creaking, anything like that. Exact same thing again on both my copies. And there is no additional coating applied to the surface. So this is a straight ABS plastic injection mold. There is just a slight bit of texture there, but the overall feeling on the surface is smooth. They're using Huano micro motion switches, and they do feel a little bit heavier. If you were to click from the middle, there's like basically no pre-travel. Has really solid post-travel as well. The further you do make your way up on the switch, as you can see there, you do get a little bit more bending, a little bit more pre-travel, a little bit more post-travel. You can't actually make contact with the shell, but the overall click implementation on here is really solid. There's no flexing or wobbling side to side, anything like that, so the buttons feel really solid when you're gaming with them. It does get a little bit harder to press the switch and a little bit more stiff once you get up here at the top if you play further back on your mouse. But overall, the implementation does feel pretty good, and you get a pretty decent sense of spamming with them. The scroll wheel also feels pretty good. It has nice lightweight steps, and the actuation on the middle button there is actually pretty lightweight and easy to spam as well. The side buttons still do have a little bit of pre-travel there, and they do feel a little bit more on the mushier side. So as you can see there, they do have just a little bit of play. If you were to make your way from the back, there is more play from the back and then less once you get up towards the middle. And same thing goes for the front side button. Although the front side button, to me, it does feel just a little bit more stiff, but again, same type of feeling on the front and on the rear. And like I'd mentioned, the black copy feels identical with the pre-travel, everything on it, even the side buttons. They still do have a little bit of that mushier feeling towards the rear, and even a little bit less in the middle there, but you still do have it on both of these. So let's go ahead and drop the click and quality sound test. And when it comes to the weight and balance, this actually does come with a 700 milliamp hour battery in it. So massive battery. I actually have the battery itself right here. We'll go ahead and weigh that. If you were to keep the 700 milliamp hour battery in it, coming in at 13.7 grams, you're going to get about a week of use with the 4K performance. So for the people out there that like having a bigger battery and a longer lifespan on the mouse, especially if you're using 4K, that would definitely be a positive for you. And to go ahead and throw this on this scale here, looks like it's coming in at approximately 65.2 grams if you're to leave everything stock. I really do enjoy this mouse. I enjoy the shape of it and the performance of it. So I decided to push the limits and mod it. I did drop a 150 milliamp hour battery on it, and I threw these dot skates on here to see how far I can push it, and I was able to get it down to 52.8 grams. And the balance in here feels spot on. You have a great front to back and solid on the left to right as well. The 4K performance on this has performing flawlessly for me. This is also using the CompX firmware solution, and it is using this similar software to a lot of other mice out there. Really easy to set the bounce setting down to 0 milliseconds. I came over to the next page is where I was able to adjust my DPI and the polling rate and your liftoff distance if you choose to do so. And then I recommend coming over here to the setting option to enable this long distance mode to give you a stronger frequency. This does reduce the battery life, but it does give you a stronger signal for better 4K performance. I've already done a video on the original AJ139 Pro, the non 4K edition, and talked about the shape, and I do absolutely love the shape. In the original video, I'll put the link down in the description here, I did compare it to the Vaxi XE Wireless, the Logitech G Pro Superlight, the VGN Dragonfly, and I even did compare it to the original AJ199. So I'll go ahead and put that up there if you guys want to go check out the shape comparisons to that. But since this is a new video, let's go ahead and throw it up against a couple other things. That way we can give you a better understanding of what else it kind of compares to out there. First off, we'll compare it against the Finalmouse Starlight-12 Medium. AJ139 Pro does feel like a little bit of a bigger mouse overall. It does have a little bit more of flatter sides, and it does feel a little bit wider once you actually do put them together. And over here on the rear, the top of the 139 Pro does feel a little bit more flat at the top, whereas on the Finalmouse Starlight 12 it is a little bit more rounded, and it doesn't feel as wide at the top. On the side, you can see both these have a really smooth curved profile from front to back, again with the AJ139 Pro feeling just a little bit larger than the Starlight 12 Medium. Next up, I'm comparing it to the Delux M800 Ultra. The AJ139 Pro does feel like a bit of a bigger mouse than the M800 Ultra, even though I would say both these are kind of in the medium style category. As you can see here, there's more aggressive curves on the bottom of the M800 Ultra, flaring out more towards the front and the rear, and the AJ139 Pro does feel more flat on the sides. Looking at both these from the rear, the M800 Ultra feels more rounded at the top, and it does feel a bit more narrow in the hands. And on the side, the M800 Ultra, as you can see, does have more an aggressive hump, with it tapering off more aggressively down to the rear. All right, and lastly, we'll be comparing it to the Mchose A5 Pro Max. These really are not that far apart from one another, but I do feel like the AJ139 Pro does feel just a little bit larger. They both have this flat profile on the sides, with the AJ139 Pro being just a little bit wider. When you do look at the top profile, however, the Mchose A5, it is more rounded and it does feel more narrow at the top. And on the side, the Mchose A5 does have a little bit slower of a curved profile going from the front to the rear. Alright guys, so that about wraps things up on the Ajazz AJ139 Pro 4K. The only real downsides with this mouse are kind of similar to all the other budget offerings out there, with the skates not being the greatest, the side buttons feeling just a little bit mushy, and the weight being at 65 grams. But aside from that, I feel like this has an incredible shape, the clicks feel really good to me, and the 4K performance is spot on. Alright guys, so if you have any questions or feel like I left anything out, please let me know down in the comments below. If you are interested in picking up any of the mice featured in this video, I've left affiliate links down in the description below if you're interested in supporting the channel. If you've enjoyed watching this video and are interested in seeing more videos like this in the future, please drop this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.